thinking of making a move to sunny Florida? Hi, I'm Jenelle Ferrer, your local real estate expert.
And Julia Smith with Magnolia Closing Company.
And we're here to tell you the top 10 things to expect when moving to Florida. Let me tell you that I had so many people moving in here in right after the pandemic, to the point where everybody was asking me, are there gators in the craziest questions when moving to Florida? So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know what the top 10 things you should know if you plan on making a move to this beautiful state. Hit it off with number one.
Yeah, number one, so sunny. Obviously in Florida, you are gonna have sunshine, I would say 360 days of the year.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
Minus a little bit of rainy season, but the hair feels it, the humidity feels it.
You need moisturizer?
You need moisturizer, right?
Sunscreen.
All the things.
Anti-frizz.
Anti-frizz, yeah.
Yeah.
Anti-frizz, a good anti-frizz.
And a good hat.
And a good hat.
Because it is hot.
Yeah.
But get ready for a lot of sunshine, especially if you're from rainy, gloomy states, depression in the winter. There's none of that.
It's not like that here.
Yeah, it's not like that here. Winter is 60.
We're in February and we're wearing like fake long sleeves.
Exactly.
Exactly.
With holes in it.
With holes in them, exactly right.
Number two is no state income tax. But we do have property taxes. So a lot of people come here because, hey, we've got low everything. Well, it did change a little bit during the pandemic because all of you guys wanted to move over here. So while we have no income tax, we do have property tax that has increased. So you guys need to be careful that if it has gone up drastically, you are able to talk to the property tax appraiser and be able to contest it, and see if they can lower it. But it is based on how many people have moved and the value of prices.
The great thing too about Florida is beaches, and we have a lot of them, right?
We're not three.
Yeah, number three. We're not landlocked, so you can really, in the state of Florida, go, I would say, an hour to two and hit various
Any
different
beach.
beaches.
Yeah.
And they all are different, which I love about Florida
Absolutely.
too. So we have New Smyrna Beach, which is actually where I'm from, repping the 386. Not far from Oviedo though.
Not far at all.
So you can
45 minutes.
Yeah, 45 minutes. You take a back road, it's amazing. You have Daytona Beach, which has a little bit more infrastructure. You hear spring break songs, talked about Daytona Beach. The
Cars
stories
on the
are
beach,
true.
so
Cars
if you
on the
don't like
beach.
that, you can go to Cocoa.
Exactly. Cocoa Beach, yep. You have the Panhandle, just a lot of opportunities to see beautiful beaches.
Yep.
Which we love.
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah,
So anyways,
100%.
beaches for sure. Florida, we know this, right? That's what we're known for. Number four, theme parks. Orlando's known for this. Everybody
Right,
thinks
so
that we
fun.
all work in theme parks and that's all there is here.
We
But there's a
don't.
lot more.
Yeah.
We have museums. We have lots of other things that are culturally, that bring cultural awareness. We've got the Orlando Science Museum, which is really cool. We've got zoos. We've got theme parks. And
And
lots
two,
of them.
even with the theme parks, is over the summer there's really great camps and things like that. So very
Yes.
family oriented.
Lots
I know
of
a lot of
opportunities.
moms that will take their kids and have cheaper discounts if your children are in
Yeah.
school. So
And to add to that,
affordable.
we have a huge homeschool community, actually all over Florida, but especially here in Central Florida. So they do a lot of really cool co-op opportunities
Right.
and lots of cool summer programs, but even during the year where they do week-long programs for kids.
Right.
So there's lots of fun things
which
to
is
do.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then five, let's keep this one short because it's not sweet.
It's not fun. It's be prepared for rising insurance costs. And this is true, and we all hate it, and it is what it is, but it's kind of the cost of living in Florida at this point. We do have hurricanes, so roofs are an issue in Florida. We've had lots of really unfortunate scams because of roofs.
Right.
So as a result, it has literally driven all of the prices of homeowners insurance. So while you may get a great price in home, you're like, wow, this is amazing. The insurance costs are so much lower, or property taxes are so much lower than my state. Get ready to get hit with the insurance costs that you weren't quite used to
Right.
where you're from. Because that is,
Offset some of the things.
So we won't talk too much about that, but just
Exactly.
know it's there and it's coming if
And
you're
it's
buying a
real.
house. It's very real. Number six.
Traffics. I mean, tolls, right? Let's
Tolls.
talk a little bit about what it looks like to need that e-pass.
Tolls are real. Get one.
Yeah,
Get
100%.
e-pass, SunPass, whatever. Get it. When people don't get it and I see them in those long lines, I'm like, oh, they're new here.
Right.
So
Feel
you
bad.
want to get them. We do feel bad because you're waiting for no reason. So just get it. There's actually a discount in many tolls for you to actually have an e-pass, but it can get expensive. So wherever you're living, make sure that
Right.
you calculate what that commute's going to cost, not just in fuel, but in tolls, because it can add up very, very quickly depending on what toll road you take.
Right.
But let's get
Important
back to
things.
happy things,
I
right?
know, outdoors and adventures.
And sinkholes.
Exactly, all the things. The sinkholes will keep brief, but
people really ask about
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
And I will tell you, it's in Tampa. But it's mostly like
we don't claim it in Orlando.
we don't. No, but if you look, there's actually sinkhole maps and stuff.
Oh my gosh,
So,
I didn't even know this.
Oh, I looked them up.
Okay.
But they're mostly in Hillsborough County and Tampa
Okay,
side.
okay,
But
okay.
look that up. But let's talk about outdoor stuff aside from sinkholes. But
Right, yeah, so you have springs here too, which is really amazing. And I would say those are fun family opportunities.
so great on a budget too. Like
right,
they're
it's not
super inexpensive
You
because
pay per car, which is nice.
Car to get there. Yeah, per car to
Picnic
get in.
lunch. And you could spend hours. I mean, you can go kayaking. You might see gators.
Yes.
So that would be the gator introduction here.
But they're not going to eat you.
They're not going to eat you. Manatees, though, that is a fun sight,
Yeah.
which also won't eat you, but also fun to see.
They're beautiful.
They
All
are.
of that. I think our nature is one of the most beautiful things that we have, especially in Central Florida, because we have so many springs that are so close
Right.
by. So
And you have pockets. I think some people think of Florida and they think subdivisions, but I feel like even Oviedo speaks to that. Geneva speaks to that.
lots of trails.
Yeah, there's a lot of different trails. Seminole Trail.
Yeah.
I mean, there's multiple that we can name. We can
Oh,
link
yeah.
some below, but great opportunities, family fun. That
Yes.
isn't
And
going
it's-
to the beach or springs.
Right.
Trails.
Alternative. So
Right.
some people that don't like beaches, go to the springs.
Right.
You can go tubing. They've got little sand, like it makes you look like you're at the beach, but you're not.
Exactly.
Not quite as messy. And you don't get that same wind gust that you get at the beach. So
Right.
good stuff.
point.
Number 8 is a challenge for people who have no idea what this is, where they come from, but it's HOAs. So it's homeowners associations. People may not be used to them. You may love it, you may hate it. I've had a lot of relocation people come over here and they love it because they love that they're strict and everybody has to have a protocol of what they can do and not do to their homes. So it just depends on your style. A lot of people prefer not to be told what color house they can have, whether or not they can put a fence up. Different things with their property, but it's a reality and there are hundreds and hundreds of HOAs in Florida. So you do need to make sure that there's no assessments, and if there are, who's paying for them when you're buying the property,
Right.
What the monthly fee is, or if it's quarterly or if it's annually, what it includes. Townhouses and condos are way higher and they're monthly because it covers basically all the exterior of the
Right.
property, including roofing, all of that stuff. So just be mindful that you might be getting yourself into an HOA.
And that's why it's important to work with an amazing realtor who helps you to
knows
think
the
about
area.
those things and
Yeah.
knows those areas.
Because
The
it'll change your budget.
professionalism.
It really will change your
100%.
pre-approval.
Right.
So you got to be mindful of that.
Exactly.
Number 9.
Hurricanes.
Everybody asks about hurricanes.
Right. They're real. They're just like the gators.
Real. It's just like the gators, which we're going to talk about.
Right.
We're
In a
like
second.
jumping ahead. Yeah. So number 9 is definitely hurricanes.
Yeah,
Ready
what
to
are
talk about
hurricanes? Hurricanes. Okay, so there is many of them. I feel like
There are
that's
many hurricanes,
There
yeah.
are many hurricanes. I feel like last season, we had 2 or 3?
No, last season we had nothing. The year
We
before
had nothing.
we
Oh, the
had.
year before, excuse me.
Some may be really.
Did we have
like,
2 or 3?
peaceful. Well, Ian was rough.
Ian was rough. So that's the interesting part. That's why it's also important, I would say, like the community, even your realtor, like you are a community to the people that you work
Absolutely.
with. So you are a resource to
And
the
we
people that you work with.
talk about during
Right.
hurricane season when it starts in June. We actually will
Prepare.
post on our post a prepare list, like what to do. Here's the beautiful thing about hurricanes. People who are paranoid about hurricanes or scared, do you know how much warning we get for hurricanes?
Right, that's fair.
We get so much. I'm from California. You don't get warnings for earthquakes
Just
until
here
it's
we
literally
are.
happening.
Yeah.
Right, it's happening. Tornadoes. I think those are terrifying. You get a tornado warning, you don't have time except to jump into your basement, right?
Right.
Hurricanes, you can plan a vacation and say, you know what? I'm gonna leave my house, board it up, and I'm out. So you've got
Right.
plenty of time. If you wanna hunker down, then there's a supply list. There's things you need to know, generators, and that's where neighbors come into play. And you guys all can cooperate. That's where we see the most neighborly people come out, is after hurricanes, to help each other
Okay.
out, and it's
Yeah.
awesome. So, and people, hurricane parties is a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Just telling you.
School off is
So,
a real thing for the kids
is.
watching.
It's like for up you northerners, the way you guys shut
Snow
down
days,
for snow
yeah.
days, we have
hurricane days.
All right, and the 10th one.
Finally.
We talked about this. Gators. Yes, they are real. Yes, we have them. Are we scared of them? No.
No.
Are you guys coming into Florida? Yes.
Possibly.
And you know what? You kind of should be. Respect nature. That's what we
Right.
should tell you. If people stare at a lake and they ask me, are there gators in there? The answer is going to be yes. If you see a body of water in Florida, expect a gator. Are they always there? No, but just expect one, please. I don't care if it's a pond that's the size of your house. There may be a gator in there. Why? Because they walk. So they can go from one body of water to the next, but they're not, there's mating season, stay away from them. They're very aggressive, but for the most part, they mind their business, you mind yours,
Right.
you know, and you can be hiking and see one, just go the other direction and they'll go theirs. They're scared of you.
Admire from afar.
Exactly. Don't get so close.
Right.
So there you have it. The top 10
10.
things to expect when moving to Florida. If you're ready to trade in your snow for some flip-flops, we're your girl.
You know who to call.
Yeah. Contact me and she's your title lady. So
There you go.
any questions you have, you know where to reach us. And my handle on Instagram is @RealtorJenelle, or you can always reach me at 407-801-9914.
Perfect. Julia Title Smith, so you don't forget what I do for a living.
There it is.
And the number is 407-416-8979.
Thanks for joining us.
Until next time.